One, two, three, four, five. Once I caught a Trump alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let him go again. Why did I let him go? Because he bit my finger so. Which finger did he bite? The one that points to democracy. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Poetry Balls podcast with Tola Makonjola. Um, breaking news, breaking news. This is PP news. PP. There has been an assassination attempt on the life of the former president of the United States, Donald Trump. Oh no, why? Many things cross your mind when you hear that a bad thing happened to a bad person. First of all, there's the temptation to gloat, to take sort of an amount of joy in their suffering, right? It's like, oh well, you deserve it. You're a bad person, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah, right? So that's a temptation. Um, Wisdom dictates, in my humble opinion, that you go the other way. You take the higher ground and you go, well, okay. Um, you don't necessarily. I don't believe in condemning the act because that would be hypocritical and it won't be sincere. And maybe that's a flaw in my character. But I wouldn't take pride in it. I wouldn't condemn it. I would say if you play with fire, you are likely to get burnt. And Trump has been not only playing with fire, but has been the catalyst of so much chaos in the world since he emerged on the political scene in 2015. And this bad smell will not go away. He's just around. So another thought that goes through your mind that's a tempting one to hold on to is why did the assassin miss? But again, you can't. These are all dark thoughts where you also so you have to kind of keep them confined and suppress them and go. You know what? We are not doing this. I'm not gonna take joy in your suffering. I don't necessarily wish ill upon you. I don't necessarily wish you well. I mean, potentially I should. I think it's probably like, look, I hope you can find some sort of redemptive line of path or meeting, some sort of divine intervention. I hope some sort of divine intervention steps in to salvage your soul. That's the best you can really do when it comes to certain people. But the ideal, not the ideal, but my state is let as a Christian I go let God be the judge. If God wants to take him out, he's going to be taken out. If he wants him to survive, he'll survive. If God wants him to be president of the United States, he will be. Um, I do believe that we deserve the leaders that we get, and America seems to be flirting with fascism and uh, the decay, the breakdown of democracy. They don't seem to understand the repercussions because I guess a lot of them don't read, or maybe they're just very resentful. I don't know what's going on. It's not all Americans, obviously, but obviously a sizable portion seem to be flirting with Trump. So, and that's no good for the rest of the world, not by any stretch of the imagination. Not only because of the fact that it is the most powerful nation in the world. I mean, that's the main reason. Because if it wasn't the most powerful nation in the world, then you could almost just find it laughable and say, "Well, get on with it." but because its influence stretches beyond its borders. You talk about NATO, you talk about Ukraine, talk about climate change, even immigration into the United States, the rule of law in the Middle East, trade with China, the expansion of Russia, um, everything else, the economy as well, race relations in the United States. Um, yeah, it's very existential, to put it mildly, for not just the United States but for the world at large. So um, I'm not sure Americans care, to be honest. Not Americans at large, but a good portion. And that's just very striking. So I imagine that we get the leaders we deserve because it is a democratic process. He said, "This is what I'm going to do," as opposed to what Biden has said, which is not convincing because even Biden, the choice between these two is like a choice between the devil and the. Let me be careful. Let me be careful. That sounds ignorant. It's not a choice between two suitable candidates. Biden is too old. Trump is also very old, but he's also just uh, a chaotic force. So it's not a good. There are no good options here, except for the fact that Biden is the lesser of the two evils, just because he represents a rule-based world order. He surrounds himself with capable individuals, highly capable individuals who can aid his decision making. Um, those are really integral to a presidency. As for him being able to debate, yeah, he's too old. He really shouldn't have even he should never have really engaged in that exercise. But here we are, um, and I think he's gonna lose. I do think he's gonna lose because he's also proven to be very what's the word? There's a word I'm looking for. Because some poet. Let me try to Google the word I'm looking for. So he's proven to be very. I'm gonna write childish, and I'm gonna go thesaurus because I can't think of the word at all. So thesaurus. Childish. So what's the word? This is the precise word I'm looking for. So here are the options. Adolescent, nope. Baby, babyish. Callow, frivolous, no. Green, infantile, infantine, innocent. Jejune, never heard that word before. Juvenile, nope. Nope, none of these words. So that's not a good start, thesaurus. I'll go. It's proven to be. Indignant is not the word I'm looking for either, but I'll write indignant. Let's see where there's a similarity. So thesaurus, indignant. What are the options? Annoyed, furious, heated, incensed. No, 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 no. Okay, so let me try to describe it in many words. When someone refuses to accept the obvious truth, stubborn. Okay, let's say stubborn. Stubborn like in a childish way. Yeah, okay, so let's see, stubborn. Let's see, thesaurus, let's go. Adamant, nope. Determined, dogged, headstrong, intractable, persistent, perverse, relentless, nope. No. Stubborn. This is all value. This is all virtues. Stubborn child, like. Stubborn child, like. All right, let's go. All right, so I'm gonna go with there's pig-headed. Nope. There's pertinacious. No, it's too long. Inexorable. Nope. Biden has proven to be childishly stubborn. That's the best I can do with that. Ah, I know what I can ask. Chat GPT. Oh, Chat GPT, give me what are good words to describe. I'm a prompt engineer. Apparently, that's a skill now. Bloody hell. What are good words to describe someone who is childishly stubborn? Like Donald Trump. No, like, well, like both of them. I like obstinate. He's proven to be. Wow. Well done, ChatGPT. You are going to take over the world. All right, so let's go obstinate. I think that's probably yeah. That's a close one. Biden has proven to be quite obstinate, and that's not a good look because that grates on the nerves. It's like, dude, you we know you've done a lot of good potentially. Depends on who you ask. I think he's been a good president. Um, but that's not the point. You should have had enough decency and wisdom to have stepped aside. I feel he should have stepped aside. He feels, no, I'm the one to. No, you're not. It's not your. It's not your. You took him out once. I don't think you can do it again because you're not capable. You can't string two sentences together. I mean, I'm sure you guys heard that he called Kamala Harris Vice President Trump and called Zelensky Vice President President Putin, and he kept repeating as well. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. That's someone who's gone senile, in my opinion. He's not with it, and he has the nuclear codes. Come on, guys, have a day off. So Biden, I think, is proven to be what's the word? Obstinate, incredibly obstinate, and that will grate on a lot of Americans. And there might be people who just won't vote, and I don't agree with that, but because again, it's still a choice between relative sanity and um, Donald Trump. So yeah, I do this thing with my toothpick. I'm gonna I'm gonna segue here. I'm gonna I hate smoking and I don't like people who smoke. I don't like the habit. I think it's gross. It's not healthy. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's self-destructive. Anyway, I do this thing with my toothpick where I put it between my middle finger and my index and I pretend to smoke. I pretend I'm holding a cigarette. When I use my toothpick, I kind of use it like a cigarette. Like I don't even use it to pick my teeth. It's like an appendage. It's like an extension, you know. And then I scratch my forehead with my thumb, and I look quite grimly introspective, doing the whole thing. And I wonder about that. It's like, am I subconsciously a smoker? I think it's healthier, at least. I'm not literally smoking, but I have a subconscious. Ever since I was a kid, actually, like kids do like you kind of pretend to, but I haven't seemed to. I don't seem to have quit. It's sort of morphed into a more sophisticated subconscious thing where I kind of hold it in my finger and you know, I don't obviously puff or whatever. I don't pretend to smoke, but I hold it as if it's a cigarette. It's a little pathetic. It's a little pathetic, but it's an appendage. It feels. That's why I understand to some degree the desire to smoke because it's like okay, I have like something to relax, something to. It's like chewing gum. That's an appendage, right? It's like you're and a stress reliever as well. You're just chewing, chewing. You're thinking, you're chewing. It's just getting all the stress and tension out. So I don't know why I told you that, but I thought it was a fun little story. It's not a story even. It's just a oh, the words fail me today. I must be a I must be a Joe Biden. No, I hope not. I'm too young. What was I even saying? Wow, wow. Toothpicks story. If it's not a story, what is it? Oh my god. Okay, ChatGPT, help me out again. Wow, I think I'm really. It's been a tiring week. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a very, very long and tiring week. So I'm gonna give myself some slack here. So story that. What is a story? What is a narrative that is not a story? Let's see. Okay, so it's not a real story. It's like a. Oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue as well. This is just this. This episode is just me trying to remember words. If it's not a story, it's. Oh god, this is killing me. This is killing me. No, no, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Sorry guys, you gotta bear with me. All right, so if it's not a story, it's. Let's try ChatGPT again because I don't think you got what I was trying to say. What is a nice little story called? Vid- no. Come on, Chad. It said a nice little story is often called a vignette. Sounds very French, and I'm not French, and I'm not going to say that. So, a nice little what? When someone tells you something, what's a anecdote? Oh my god. ChatGPT is that's crazy, man. It's really really good. A nice little anecdote. That's what the toothpick story was. It was an anecdote, an anecdote. Oh, that was killing me. That was just blindingly obvious, and it was just like, why don't I remember this word? It's an anecdote. It's a very useful tool. Say what you want about AI. If we are sensible, we can really harness its power effectively. But we are human beings and we love to destroy, so we are going to destroy everything in the world. Yes, it is true. This is true. So, before I leave you, um, I'm gonna I'm gonna bore you some more because it's poetry and it's boring. It's freaking boring, son. No. So, we attended a wedding this past Friday. It's interesting. Um, I thought to myself, and I've seen this at many weddings, people seem to have sign-in books, right? Where all books where you live wishes, good wishes for the couple. I actually find that very obnoxious. I find that to be deplorable because it's kind of like saying, "All right, say nice things about us. We're just gonna live a giant freaking blank book, a book of blank pages here, and each of you, one by one, you're gonna line up. There's a pen. We provided a pen, and you're gonna write all these wonderful things about us, about the day, about how you want us to have a long and happy marriage, yada yada. It's like, dude, we came to your freaking wedding. We came to your wedding. We're here to support. Stop asking for more than you require. It's very needy. It's very needy. I don't like it. Stop asking people to sign in and write sweet things about you. And they're never there. They're always, walking around pretending to not be tired, you know, like, and you're there trying to think of something nice. It's like, I can't stand you, but that should be the thing. Can you imagine can you imagine a signing book? The couple are sitting, in the honeymoon suite, sweet, yeah, and sweet. Oh god, by now you know what I mean. I'm not gonna go through it. Honeymoon suite, and they're flipping through the wonderful comments. No, wow. Hey, from Tom. He said that we should. They wishes us all the best. My dress is beautiful. And we would make a lovely couple. Oh, sweet. Turn the pages. And then they turn to see an insult. It's like, oh, the wedding sucked. You guys will break up in 5 days. Never want to see you again. You're like, wow, I'll say that's refreshing. That'll be refreshing. That would be a nice. That would break the monotony of the positivity and false positivity. I'd say, because you're trying to figure it out. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna write something generic. That should do. You write something that's profoundly boring. Yes, that'll do. I want them to know that I love them and I wish them all the best. And all of it is generic and boring. So you're just flipping through, and you then see this bold statement: "You guys suck." You guys absolutely suck. And I'm not gonna lie about it. I didn't like the wedding. I didn't like the dress. I didn't like anything about it. I don't like you. Why did you invite me? So I'm just saying that's a possibility. I wouldn't do it because I'm not a sociopath. I'll probably think it though. Um, yeah. So next time you go to a wedding and you stare at a blank sheet where they've actually to write nice things about them, remember my words. Remember my thoughts. Do it, my son. Do it, my daughter. Write that horrible comment. Shake them to their core. And you'll be rewarded mightily. 5 magic beans. On that note, folks, try not to assassinate anyone this week. Avoid weddings if you can. Probably can't. Everyone seems to be getting married. Be good. For what it's worth. Enjoy the weather. In the UK they have like 10 different seasons. So pick one. Yeah. Trump is an ass. Because I'm pretty sure that she was staged. I'm pretty sure it was staged. And if it wasn't, then he's still an ass. And may God help us all. All right. That's the podcast. Peace and love. Catch you later. Bye.